We're going to start with a basic slip knot. I've got my H hook. I'm using a lighter color yarn. That should be easier to see. And the pattern starts with a chain 2 and then 6 single crochet in the second chain from the hook. Start with a chain 2, and in that second chain from the hook, put 6 single crochets into this first chain that you made. Four, 5, 6. Once you've done 6, here's the top of the first single crochet, join there. Next, you're going to chain 2, and in that same stitch that you joined into, you joined to this stitch here. So in that same stitch that you joined to, we're going to put 3 double crochets in that stitch. So 1, 2, 3, all in that same stitch you slip stitch to join your last row. In the next stitch, we're going to do a half double crochet. So going into the next stitch here, half double crochet. Into the next stitch, we're going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to do a chain 2 picot. So chain 1, chain 2, and then slip stitch right there to make a picot. Into the next stitch here, we're going to do 3 double crochet. So there's 1, 2, 3, all into that same stitch. In the next stitch, we're going to do a half double crochet. So going into the next stitch with a half double crochet. Next, we're going to do 3 double crochet into this next stitch. So 1, 2, 3, all in that same stitch. Then we're going to chain 2 and slip stitch into that same stitch. So there's the chain 2 and going back into that same stitch with a slip stitch. So we're going to slip stitch into this spot right here. And then we're going to chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to repeat the pattern for the leaf. So in the second chain from the hook, we're going to put 6 single crochets. We're going to put 3 single crochets in the second chain from the hook on this side of the stem and 3 single crochets on this side of the stem. So we've got our chain 8, and into the second chain from the hook, we're going to put 3 single crochets on this side, all into that same stitch. And then I'm going to turn my work 180 degrees, bring my yarn around the front, and put the remaining 3 on the other side. Just like that. You've got 3 single crochets on this side of the stem. Turn your work 180 degrees so you can then put the 3 single crochets on the other side. And then slip stitch to join to the first single crochet. And then we're just repeating the leaf pattern. So chain 2, put 3 double crochets in that same stitch you slip stitched into right there. 1, 2, 3. Into the next stitch, we're going to do a half double crochet. Into the next stitch, we're going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to do a chain 2 picot, chain 2 picot. Into the next stitch we're going to put 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Into the next stitch a half double crochet. Into the next stitch 3 double crochets. And then we're going to chain 2 and slip stitch to that same stitch we did put the 3 double crochets into. And then we're going to just slip stitch into this next stitch right there. And then chain 8 and repeat. Let me show you how to do this one more time. So in the second chain from the hook, we're going to put 6 single crochets, 3 on this side of the stem and 3 on this side of the stem. So we're going to start with the chain kind of going this way. Put 3 single crochets in that second chain. 2, 3. And then I can turn my work so the chain's facing the other way, bring the yarn around the front, not around the back. And going back into that same stitch, put 3 more single crochets. So you have a total of 6 single crochets in the second chain from the hook. Then slip stitch to that first single crochet to join. And then repeat the leaf pattern with a chain 2, and into that same stitch you slip stitched into, put 3 double crochets. A half double crochet into the next stitch. 3 double crochets into the next stitch. A chain 2 picot. 3 double crochets in the next stitch. A half double crochet in the next stitch. 3 double crochets in the next stitch. A chain 2, and then slip stitch to the same stitch that you put your 3 double crochets into, and slip stitch to the next space over, the next stitch over. And when you're done with each of these stems, you can end each stem with a chain 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. I hope this went slow enough for you. Let me know if you have any questions or anything, or if there's a particular part that you would like to see a little bit better or a little bit slower. I'll do my best to help you. I would love to see you succeed.